Hi, gang. So I asked people if they like the music openings. You guys said yes. So what is up, party people? How we doing, man?
Yo, listen.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying. I was just saying like what Max Caster says.
That was actually I found that by complete fucking accident. That's a band that I can't believe never made any kind of money, dude. It was Eric Clapton and Steve Winwood. They had like a pet project in like the 60s.
Like a side project.
Yeah,
Like,
and nothing
Eric
ever
Clapton-
fucking came of it, dude. I cannot believe that, dude.
Because Eric Clapton was in Cream, but
Right. And then his solo shit and all that too. And then Steve Winwood's got a bunch of fucking shit out there too. Like he has a side band with, obviously he had a pretty decent solo career, but he was in a lesser known band called Traffic, which is really fucking good.
I was just talking. I was just talking to our boy James or Sis, as you know. And I think I told you on Friday I went to this like Christmas parade. And it's in this town like a little bit outside of Yakima. It's kind of like a suburb, if you want to call it that. And there's this, it's called Sela. It's called Sela, exactly like the Kanye West song.
Okay.
And there's this little ass building in there, and it's the Sela Civic Center. And Nirvana was supposed to play there back in the day, but it got canceled for whatever reason. So we started going on. And I remember this time where Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses was in this side band, like when all the original members weren't in Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, right.
And he was in this side band when they came and performed here. From bar.
He actually, I believe he's the one that wrote the book, right? I think he wrote a book.
Duff McKagan?
Yeah. Sally Max's Clapton was also in Derek and Don. Yeah. Right, yeah, he was. And one shitty thing that Eric Clapton did, I would have killed him for this shit, bro. When he was doing his Unplugged, he did the song Layla, right? Yeah. Now, the reason that he did that was he was trying to fuck George Harrison's wife, and it worked. She didn't believe in him because he performed a song Unplugged for her. Yeah. And ruined this guy's entire fucking marriage, bro.
I just found this out today by chance. I never knew that Kiss had an Unplugged concert. I don't see how that works. Their music's like too hard to have it. Like when Alice in Chains had an Unplugged, when Nirvana had an Unplugged, like I can't explain why, but it worked. I don't really see how
they have heavy shit, but it also works as an acoustic stripped down kind of thing. So that's why it worked, especially like Nirvana, like that one actually.
I have both of those DVDs somewhere.
Me and you have talked about it a few times. I think that's the best Unplugged of all time.
The Nirvana one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one and the Alice in Chains one.
Alice in Chains was good too. But for whatever reason, like that Nirvana, maybe it was like my age when I seen it. Like I was really impressionable, like a kid and shit. Because I remember watching it as it aired. And then like MTV was so good that MTV would air it like once a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they would replay it. Like they knew that they struck gold with that shit.
Yeah. Nirvana?
Yeah. Sully might remember because when me and him were coming up, MTV was like the it thing, bro. Like
before it was just shitty reality shows and shit. Yeah. Well, because I'm 28 and a lot of people I work with are like, they're like most of the people I work with are like your age. So they're all like, oh, you're too young to remember that. I'm like, no, I was young, but I was still watching TRL and shit.
Yo, TRL, man, I used to run home to watch TRL, bro.
It was Carson Daly when I watched it. I don't know if there was other hosts after it.
There was, but like when he left, it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. Like, they tried to keep it going, but that was a day one dude. You can't just be like, all right, here's some new guy. Like, nah, dude, no, it's not gonna
I was watching on Thanksgiving, I watched that Beavis and Butthead Thanksgiving with Kurt Loder, and they keep emphasizing that his name is Loder.
Yeah. One of my favorite things that MTV used to do actually was at the end of the year, they do the countdown of the top videos of the year.
I vaguely remember that because like before, because back in the day, there didn't used to be a fucking New Year's Eve show on every channel. But like MTV was one of them that did. And I used to always, like as a kid, I used to always watch the MTV New Year's special. But now every fucking channel has one. NBC, Fox, CNN, every single fucking channel has.
Honestly, bro, I like watching the CNN one because Anderson Cooper. Well, that one year he got shit faced, dude. He got bombed.
Wasn't it the other dude he's with that was shit faced?
Oh yeah, it was the guy.
I can't remember his name, but it was what?
Andy Cohen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're both getting shit faced and bombed at like fucking Times Square. This guy's just like down in shots and shit live on camera, dude. They're having a fucking time, dude. But then like the day after, they're like, no more. We're not. There's a directive. You're not drinking anymore. I mean,
being that you live in New York, you probably knew, but like, did you know that like to be up front for the New Year's shit, you have to line up at like 5 a.m. And people and none of the restaurants around there have public bathrooms, or at least they don't let you use them. So fucking adults wear adult diapers to fucking piss their pants because they're standing there for like 18 fucking hours for what? Like literally, there's so little few things in the world I would ever stand in line for more than 2 fucking hours for. Like I think the most I've ever stood in line was like 2 hours, and it was like a WWE or UFC.
See, it's a little different if you got tickets.
Absolute most. What?
Yeah, so it's a little different if you got tickets to something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because then you have a reason.
There in the fucking street for like 18 hours to watch a fucking ball drop. You don't get anything.
Not that. Just like me and you say all the time, like when it comes to football or wrestling and shit, if you don't get a certain seat, you're better off watching it at home.
Yeah, like if I got free tickets to like an NBA game and they were nosebleeds, I'd take them. But like WrestleMania, like big shit, WrestleMania, big stadium concert, shit like that. If I don't have good seats, I'm not fucking going.
No, I'm 100% in agreement.
Like my brother, I've told you, my brother works for the sports book thing in Minneapolis. Like they gave him free Timberwolves tickets like 2 weeks ago. And they were the last they were the last row in the nosebleeds. But he just moved down anyway and found some other seats. Like,
that's the cool thing is like they really won't fuck with you if it's not a sellout.
Yeah, and it wasn't. Who were we playing? We were playing someone decent. I think we were playing like Denver. I don't know. It was decent, but it's like, it's pretty rare unless it's a playoff game for any sort of sport that there's not going to be a few empty seats.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
like if the Lakers are coming to town or something, Yeah.
Like I remember my brother when he was in college, they'd have like $5 college night for the Twins and Timberwolves, and you could get in for free. You could get in for $5 for standing room for Minnesota Twins games, and it was the standing room. But then after like 2 innings, he'd just go find a seat because again, like baseball, any team in baseball, unless it's the World Series, there's gonna be some empty seats.
Yeah, unless like the Yankees, especially if you're like an NL team and the Yankees only play you once every couple of years, you're not finding a fucking seat in that place, dude.
Even the Yankees, a lot of them aren't like to capacity. It's all just those corporate dudes sitting behind home plate on their phones. My friend who lives over there in New York City, Michael, he was dating this girl. Football, you can't do it. You can't do it.
And that I think comes down to the price of tickets, right? Yeah. Because like you're paying top dollar to get in the fucking thing.
Yeah, there's only 8. No matter how good or bad your team is, there's only 8 games.
That too, limited. So like baseball, you get 100. Like you get what, 81 games?
Home games? Well, I mean home games.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like baseball, you get 61, and then no.
Baseball, you get 81 because 162.
Yeah, and then basketball you get 41. So like you have a bunch of chances, but NFL, there's usually like little to no chance that you're gonna be able to move around and shit. But
one time my cousin went to a Patriots game, and it's funny, right? Because like girls can get away with this shit, right? Every fucking girl is a Patriots fan until Tom Brady retired, and then just all fucking disappeared, dude. But she was a really big fan during Brady's tenure there, and she ended up going to a game, and she had like seats in the 50-yard. They let her on the field and all that shit, dude. It was fucking awesome, dude.
I remember way back in the day, Angel and his boy, online WWE man, rest in peace. They had tickets to some house show in Phoenix, and they had like crappy like top row seats.
Yeah.
And what he did was he took a screenshot of some ticket that was available on StubHub and then showed it to the security,
and it worked.
And it worked, and they got on the floor.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because like again,
I was so pissed. You know that one house show I went to where I got front row seats, right?
Yeah, the one you went to like 2 years ago. Yeah.
So I was fucking heated, dude, because I was out back. I was still at the bank at the time. I'm out back. I'm smoking a cigarette, and Desi comes out, and her boyfriend at the time liked wrestling. And I'm like,
was that the Shrek dude?
Yeah. Yep. So I never knew that he thought that there was something going on between us because we've been so close for so long.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that night, like her running into me at the show, like really caused a problem in the relationship. And it's like, dude, why always me, bro?
Was it at the house show? I thought that was at that wrestling you went to at the gym.
No. It was the house show. So she was on like antidepressants. And the guy she was with, the Shrek dude, he was like a super alcoholic, which when you're in a relationship with someone who does something, they turn you into that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she was like, she's like, I can't drink much. And he's like, come on, let's get bombed. And like, bro, this poor girl, dude, like she was falling down. And all this shit.
I remember you showed me that like you said hi or whatever, and then her boyfriend like freaked out on her for a week.
Yeah, dude. And so when they broke up, she had texted me and she's like, yo, you remember when I ran into you at the house show? I'm like, yeah. She's like, just even saying hi to you fucking caused such a fucking mess in my relationship. I'm like, damn, like, why didn't you ever tell me? I would have left you alone. I'm not trying to ruin your fucking relationship. Like, you're my friend, dude. Like, I want you to, but also I'm like, the best thing for you to do is get away from that fucking dude, bro. Because they're not
together. They're not together anymore.
No, she actually found it. I've met her current boyfriend a couple times, and he's such an upgrade, dude. Like, he's a good dude. Like, he's like an engineer. He builds like all kinds of shit, dude. He takes care of her. And I'm happy to see that because Desi's a good girl, man, and she deserves a decent fucking life,
Mm-hmm.
But we are having Monty come on here in just a
we're waiting for Monty.
Yeah, so
I feel like when he was on Saturday, it was kind of like a surprise pop on. So
right? Yeah.
We really need to explain his story, and he needs to explain it.
Like he will explain it.
Yo, what's up,
Monty?
What's up, Monty?
What's happening, brother?
How you doing, buddy?
Where you at? Where you at right now? I
am still. Let me get this situated. I'm still at the rest stop. I woke up probably pretty late. It was like 1:30 or. I only got like 2 hours of sleep in the hotel room, so I needed to sleep.
Yo, how did you meet? I get that. Like some nights I'm up so late that I'm like, yo, there's no point in sleeping.
Well, I could
do that. I could do that too if I worked from home like you, but like I can't because like I drive 25 minutes to work. So, like, right. I'm not trying to crash my car and shit.
Yeah.
But what happened? Like, how are you able to get a ride from that guy?
He just stopped. I was just about 12 miles outside of Garden City. I was taking a couple days off, and this guy, I guess he said he saw me the day before, and he just stopped. He's like, "Hey, brother, you need a shower and whatnot?" I was like, "Yeah, I could definitely use one." He's like, "I work at the what's over
here." Do you think that you're like a local legend to these people? Like, you're like, "Yo, have you seen that guy walking?" No,
the guy with the big shopping cart,
right? No.
Honestly, I'm pretty humble about all that. Like when I've seen something about what'd you say, groundbreaking? Like, nah.
No, dude, it kind of is though.
It really is groundbreaking because I was just saying before you came on about how you coming on the other day was kind of a surprise pop on. So we didn't really explain the story. So if for anyone that doesn't know, you are currently walking from Taos, New Mexico, which is like by the border, to upstate New York, Utica, and you're currently in where? Garden City, Kansas?
No, I am a few miles out from Great Bend, Kansas.
Okay.
About 100 miles.
Is that like the middle of the state?
Almost, yeah. It's pretty close.
What is the longest you've walked in a day, miles-wise?
30.
Wow.
Bad with my shopping cart is also like 300 plus pounds. It's not.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, me and Jax talked to him. Like, how is he pushing this fucking thing, dude? Man, you gotta be like the world's strongest man, kind of fucking.
You're gonna be yoked by the time you get to upstate New York.
For real, dude. You're gonna be
I'm feeling quite nice physically. Yeah. That's why I do it. It's good for the physical and mental state.
It is, yeah. One of my buddies, I recently got him into walking, and like I've been trying to tell him for years, Quincy. And he's like, "Yo," I was like, "I just don't believe you, dude." He's like, "I don't believe that walking can do all that." I'm like, "Dude, it does, bro." And he started it for like a month, and he's like, "Yo, holy fuck, dude!" And he's noticed a considerable difference.
Well, also, it's not just the walking too. Like, put on a backpack with like some shit.
So, when these people, go ahead. Sorry.
Nah, you good. I mean, there's format to this, so yeah. I mean, we're just kind of shooting the shit.
Yeah.
So when you get these rides from people, like, where do you put the shopping cart? Like, do they have a truck or how does that work?
When I actually do I've only had 3 rides.
I remember the other ones because you were staying in some like bed and breakfast like way back in like the summer.
Oh yeah.
Like, way back.
Yeah, I started in July, the end of July.
Yeah, because my birthday is July 26th, and then that's where he told me about this. We're like, yo, this guy knows gonna like walk all the way over here.
Yeah, I got told I was crazy from a lot of people. And like, it's not gonna happen, bro. You're gonna make it 20.
Yo, when I first told him that, he's like, "Yo, he's gonna die, dude." Because so when you walk, right? Do you walk across like the highway?
Yeah, we see your videos. You're like on the interstate and shit.
Right.
No, can't walk the interstate. That's illegal. But the highway, it's a weird technicality because the highways is technically illegal. But if you're going place to place and you have an emergency, you can't. If you claim medical and then say, protected by HIPAA, so I don't wish to discuss these things.
Yeah, right. Yeah, understandable. Yeah.
And it's a loophole, basically. And cops don't care. As long as you're being safe about it and not being a retard, you're all right. And I don't care either, so I'm going to speak how I speak.
And I remember when
this is completely uncensored. You can be yourself.
Okay.
I remember when you were chilling in Colorado for a long time, and I was watching all your videos and stuff. You said you were sleeping behind an abandoned building. What kind of building was this?
It was like probably a building from. It was old, man. It was pretty old in the places I was at, but this building been like
was it like abandoned?
Yeah, it was abandoned.
Oh,
it was
okay.
A hotel that had closed down, and then there was a hotel. There was a little driveway, well, not a driveway, pathway through that went in between streets, and then behind that was an abandoned house that had been abandoned probably like 70 years, or at least 70 years old.
Do you ever do you ever get concerned that like while you're sleeping, like people would steal your shit or like attack you or something?
No.
Are you insinuating that you're blicked up?
No, hell no, I don't need that. I'm in the dark, dude. We can't have guns. What you mean?
Well, no, and when I tell people what you're doing, they're like, "Yo, how does he?" I'm like, "Yo, he's a throwback dude. Like he lives off the generosity of others, dude."
Yeah, that's basically the whole gist of it, man. It's just seeing how far kindness can get you, and thus far, it's got me pretty damn far. And
I have to say so. Now, this isn't the first time that you've done this, right? I mean, maybe not from this far, but you've done it before, coming from elsewhere.
Yeah, South Carolina to Maryland. I was just after my son's passed, or well, my first son, and I wasn't in a good mind state, so I don't know if I count that. I was just walking.
You just walked aimlessly. You're just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I mean, it wasn't aimless subconsciously. I knew where I was going.
Right.
But
you said South Carolina to Maryland?
Yeah. I got a ride from Maryland to New York. It was actually a crazy story. Homeboy that gave me the ride, I was outside a bar in the middle of nowhere. I had no clue where the fuck.
Yeah.
I had like $1 or something left on me, and they had a vending machine outside with some sodas, and I saw Gatorade, and I was like, fuck it. Because I'd given up at this point. I was done. I was over it. I guess I'm gonna have electrolytes before I die. And that's
right. Like at least extend this a couple more hours, right?
I'll have some electrolytes in my system when they check. But I'm sitting there drinking my Gatorade, and this dude comes out and he looks at me and he goes back in. I guess the whole time, each time he came back and forth, he was having a shot and contemplating. And he came out for like time, and he's like, "Hey, brother, what you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I'm dying here at the bar. I'm done. Can't walk no more. I'm fucking over it." Because at that point, I'd been walking for like 7 days straight, and my feet were bleeding.
Yeah.
We did see those. We saw those pictures way back in like the summer on Facebook of like the calluses. So, and we loved the caption, the price you pay. We love that.
Yeah, right. This is the price you pay.
Price you pay.
Good caption, oh shit. But yeah, the dude.
That's like your slogan.
Well, I also like that when I followed you on Instagram yesterday, that your little song on Instagram is the "I walked 500 miles" song.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I would look for that specifically. I'm like, what the fuck was the name of that? Like 500 miles. Let's just put that.
That's your theme song.
Yeah, no, it really is. And I'm getting 500 miles too.
Now, before you left to start this walking journey, I recall one of your videos from a few months back. You were talking about like living in the woods and stuff. Is this something you actually did?
Yeah. No, I've always lived in the woods. Like you can ask any of the homies back home, man, that really know me. I've always been an in the woods person. I was living in Devil's Falls for like 4 seasons.
Devil's Falls is beautiful, man.
Where's that? Where's that? Elaborate.
What you mean?
Where's Devil's Falls at?
It's right by the U-Haul place, in between I think New Hartford and Utica. I think
it's right over by me. So right now I live in Mills.
It's
right over there. Yeah. So it's right between New Hartford and Mills, right by the Home Depot, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that the Home Depot you worked at?
It is. Yeah, it is. Yep. It's the only one. So we have one Home Depot from here to Syracuse, and that's the only one. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been 10 years, so a lot of shit that I remember may not be the same anymore. It's been a long time since I've been home. I guess a lot of shit has changed from what I'm hearing.
Yeah. I mean, like all the businesses are pretty much still there. Like IHOP's still over there, Home Depot's still there, the gas station's still there. But yeah, I mean, you know, like they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. You know.
Yeah.
Same shit, different story.
Yeah.
Same shit,
different toilet,
same shit, different day. The price you pay.
It is the price you pay.
We all got prices we got to pay. It's whether or not we can have the balls to divvy up and ante up.
No, you're right, dude. Like I was talking to one of my friends at work about what we're doing now with the podcast and shit, and I'm like, yo, I wish when I was younger that I had the balls to take the chances that I'm taking now. And one of my best pieces of advice to her is like, yo, don't hold yourself back. It's okay to be selfish sometimes.
You don't nice your way out of happiness.
That's it, dude.
I mean, happiness is an emotion that's fleeting, though. You got to look for that.
No, it is. And you never really appreciate it till you lose it.
Yeah.
And then you look back and you're like, fuck, dude, I actually was happy. What the fuck? I didn't even realize it.
It's one of those things. I never look for happiness, man. I look for contentment, because you can deal with contentment whether or not you're happy or not. But when you're fleeing for that happiness, man, most people don't obtain it because it's such a.
No, you're right. You're right.
Now, when you left on your journey,
go get a drink quick.
When you left on your journey, do you have like multiple pairs of shoes? Because I can imagine like things get worn out and stuff.
Nah, I had the one pair of shoes, and then in Lamar, Lisa bought me a pair. Again, thank you, Lisa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I still got those shoes. I'll wear fuckers down until they're dead, basically.
Yeah. We'll send you some money for some supplies. I'm going to for sure at the end of the week.
It is, and that's the thing, man. If you can't, you can't, brother. You know what I mean? Just show appreciation by watching something. That's cool.
Yeah, we like whenever you drop your videos every day, every week, you know, you kind of were missing there for like a month, but whenever it doesn't matter if we're at work or whatever, like whenever you drop new videos, me and him always text each other that.
Well, yo, new Monty.
I put it up on my big. I wait till I get home from work. I put it up on my big screen to watch it because I got to be zeroed in. I can't do it. I can't be listening to that shit while I'm, working on my computer and shit.
That's why I've been sticking with shorts, though. It gets more views. It's not even about the views. It's just to let people know that I met along the ways that, like, I don't give everyone my name. I don't give everyone my YouTube channel. Sometimes I'll never even say anything, and they won't even know it.
Yeah, that's actually one thing I wanted to mention. So, like, do you stay in contact with these people who help you?
Some people, yeah. Like the lady from Eagles Falls, she's one of my biggest supporters on YouTube. And then Lisa, I got on Facebook, and I don't talk to like that because I never want to seem. I'm not good with engagement with people sometimes online. I could talk to a person online. I'm fucking awkward. Like, just awkward.
So you're in Kansas right now. Are you going to go like Missouri, Kentucky, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York? Or are you going to take like some sort of...
Missouri, and I'm going eastwards, kind of northish. I don't really plan the shit. That's the thing. Also, it could change. I don't plan shit. I just kind of... I'm like the Joker with that. I just... Plans are for them.
Well...
Yeah, you're right, yo. That's kind of how I do it too. I'm like, yo, I just follow the vibe, dude.
Wing it.
Yeah.
And because you might run into some inclement weather when you really hit the Midwest, like in Indiana and Ohio and Illinois.
As long as my girl's covered up and she's good, I'll like create a little pocket for her to be in while I push.
Yeah. So, yo, how long have you had your dog?
6 years.
6 years. So is this the first journey that she's come out with you?
I mean, we've always lived in the woods and shit, mainly.
Oh, okay.
It's nice for her because she gets to see new scenery, meet new dogs too. A lot of people have their dogs.
Because, like, obviously you don't speak canine, but like, do you think that she's like has a good time doing this shit with you, man? Yeah, that's good, man. That's good.
And that's the thing about dogs. They don't expect as much as human beings. As long as you give them love, give them food, treat them well.
Yeah.
That's like there's always that picture I see of that cartoon where it's like a guy on a bench with his dog and the guy has the little bubble out of his head and it's like airplane, house, car, all this shit, and money, all this shit. And then the dog is only thinking about
him.
The person.
Yeah.
So it depends on the person. Like, she's my first, second, third, fourth, and fifth thought. Everything else I can think of later.
Right. So, yeah. And you know what? Like, animals can pick up on that shit too. Like, for me, I have a cat. He's a cool cat. He's an orange cat. And I've never had to experience this yet, but I would totally rather go hungry than him to go hungry.
Yo, for sure.
And he knows that, you know, and that's why he's like so well behaved. Like he's an outside cat, but he always comes back because I give him a good life, man. He knows that. Sully Mac chimed in here on pro dog and anti-human.
Yeah, definitely that. I mean, depends on the human though. I've met a lot of good people on the road. I used to have a negative mindset on that, you know, being a New Yorker.
Yeah, but yo, one thing, yeah, like one thing that what you're doing has shown me is that maybe society and humanity is not so bad off. Like it's not as bad as we think, because there's a lot of people who've been helping you, man.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
I don't even gives me hope.
Mainstream.
You know? Yeah. And you know, it doesn't, you know, you don't ask for any of this stuff too. It kind of seems like it just happens by chance, by circumstance.
I don't buy a sign. I don't ask people for money, none of that shit. I just sit by myself with my dog. And usually it's Lola. Time they're seeing Lola first. And she's the reason why most of this shit happens. Because when I walk from South Carolina to Maryland, I barely military would pick me up. They'd see me and be like, I thought basic training, bro. That's all I could think about.
Yeah, especially the area of South Carolina. Yeah, that tracks, dude. Yeah.
I looked like I was all fucking red. And I had to wear my trench coat because I was just burning all the time.
Oh, dude, they were scared of you, man. You had a trench coat on, dude.
Yeah, you're Columbine.
Yeah.
But it works. People.
Yeah. But Monty, man, have you heard about this CEO murder thing going around, man? The United Healthcare guy?
Yawn.
So
the handsome chap turned that motherfucker to Swiss cheese.
He did, man. And what's funny is like he did it with a ghost gun. And
so he made that gun with like a 3D printer, right?
Yeah. That's what a ghost gun is. And like there was some dude over in Cornhill, Monty, that was printing them shits for like over the summer, and I'm so heated. I'm like, damn, I wish I knew this guy. I want a ghost gun. I want one, dude.
I can imagine that's illegal, right?
Yeah.
Well, so like here it is, but like in much of the country, it's not. Like so, like New York, they're like ahead of the curve when it comes to fucking people on civil liberties and shit. Mm-hmm. So they're like the first ones to be like, no ghost gun. But like most of the country, it's not, because it's not actually a fucking gun.
Yeah. It's plastic.
Right. So like you're 3D printing it.
Yeah.
And like you're not getting it from a gunshot, so there's no background. There's nothing, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you have the technology, you know, you can do it.
That's one of the things. I got a whole bunch of thoughts on politics, religion, the afterlife.
Go ahead, man. That's why you're here. Come on, man.
The floor, the podium is yours.
Honestly, I think, first and foremost, we need to bring back the gold standard. Like I'm saying that shit right now.
Yeah.
Bring that. Our money needs to be backed by something other than, you know, fake IOUs from a government agency that give two less about you or me. They don't give a fuck.
And they print money and they devalue our dollar.
George Carlin said it best, man. It's a big fucking club and ain't none of us
in it.
And it's called and he also said it's called the American Dream because you got to be asleep to believe it.
Yeah, I know. I grew up with that nigga, man, watching him all the time. He's what
Carlin was a G, dude.
Imagine if he was still alive right now.
Oh, I can't imagine what he would be saying.
Dumb, to be honest. A lot of dumb going around. A whole lot of dumb. Just Jesus fuck. That's why I don't really interact on Facebook much, just because I see all that shit's next. Plus, I don't get Mark Zuckerberg. You talking about Meta? You talking getting into our video games? Stay the fuck out of our video games, Mark Zuckerberg. Suck a dick with all that bullshit.
Well, with the Meta question,
Facebook shit checked out. Always getting shits. We're always losing our profiles to some fucking dude in India somewhere. But
I just got off the live ban because I post memes and they get reported like instantly. It's like, dude, because I'm putting up a meme saying that like something cracking a joke about suicide doesn't mean that I'm fucking suicidal. I just thought it was funny, dude.
What was the fucking strike we got on here for like misinformation or something? Because we said a joke about COVID or something, and we got
no, it was what the fuck? It was something on our YouTube channel. They put it was like a notice or something. It wasn't exactly COVID. It was something else. It was something about healthcare.
They gave you Jurassic Park.
So yeah, dude, they end up. Oh no, climate change.
That's right. It was climate change.
So they put up a thing down there. And they're like, because we talked about climate change, like, we didn't deny it or anything. We're just like, I think that the Earth's temperature does change over time, like, it's a natural.
It changes over time, and that the fact that EVs aren't any fucking better for the environment than gas-powered cars. You have to fucking dig up cobalt all fucking day to make
some fucking intern at YouTube sat and watched our entire episode,
our 2-hour episode.
It was like, nah, we need to fucking put a notice on this video. Like, dude, we get like 20 viewers. Like, what the fuck? Why are you even wasting your time, dude?
It was my friend Kevin on one of his shows. He got his video taken down for medical misinformation for saying some, and it was some video from 2021, and it happened over the summer.
Wow. So they're like still monitoring this shit.
Oh yeah. Monitor this. Big old monitor. Take it in.
People always say that, FBI agents are all watching us. Well, shit. I hope they got some good shows and movies to watch.
That resists. If you don't, you've ever just kind of sucked it up, buttercup, and dealt with it, they don't pay attention. But as soon as you start, they watching your ass.
No, it's you know what, Monty? Like when me and you were in school, they used to teach critical thinking. They make you question shit and be like, "Why did this happen?" They don't do that shit no more, dude.
It's funny. My friend got some friend request on Kevin, the same guy, got some friend request on Facebook the other day from some page or some profile with no mutual friends or anything, and it was called like Hell's Angels, the Brotherhood, like the biker gang. And then he texted it to me, and he was like, "Tell me you're the CIA without telling me you're the CIA."
For real? Yeah, especially Hell's Angels, man, get the fuck out of here. The Hell's Angels have been relevant in like 30 fucking years, dude.
Yeah.
If not more.
Other with something like that. They got other things on their mind than fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Hey, Monty, pick a story from the bottom of the ticker. What do you want to get into?
Before we get into the news and stuff,
sure.
I think that eventually after you complete this journey, I think you should write a book like Hunter S. Thompson, because like Hunter S. Thompson followed the fucking Hells Angels around the country, and you walked across the country. So it's worthy of writing a book about.
Man, like I don't think you see the gravity of what you're doing, but especially in this day and age, this is unheard of, buddy.
Yeah, because everybody just wants convenience, and everybody has entitlement, and you're doing this because you want to, not because you have to. Really?
No, because like we said on Saturday, people have offered you bus tickets and shit. You're like, nah, I'm good. Don't want it. Yeah. You want the experience.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 36, getting older. I feel my body, like, especially today when I woke up, I was just like, ow. Just everything was.
That's how I felt this morning. I've been feeling like shit. Well, mainly today. Yesterday I was good. But I woke up this morning feeling rough, dude. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just take the day off of work. I called it. Well, I got there. I left like an hour in. And I'm like, I can't do this shit today, bro. So I'm going to make it up throughout the week, but.
You left today?
Yeah. I left like 9:30.
So you were just saying, taking me time. Sometimes you got to, man.
No, and it's funny because like I texted Feast that shit, and he's like, "Yo, you deserve a day off." And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, he's right, dude. Since I've been at this new job since August, I have not taken one fucking day off, dude. And I'm like, yo, he's actually right, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get weekends off, but like, it's a little different when you're like, I deserve today.
Yeah, spur of the moment type shit.
Right. So thankfully, where I work now is really accommodating. They don't question shit. Like I said with the election day show, no questions that they would not. If I was still at the bank, they would not have accepted that shit, dude.
Did you tell them what you were doing?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, so I got this podcast, right? It's election day, and I got to be out of here by 2. I have an Airbnb. Like, yeah, dude.
Now, I left for a different reason because I had to drive an hour to that hotel because I was flying out the next day. Yeah. But like, it's funny when someone saw on the calendar that I was leaving at like 12 or something, or 11 or whatever time I left. Someone actually asked me, "Yo, are you leaving to set up for an election party?" I'm like, kind of. Kind of.
Kind of, sort of. But yo, Monty, so you see that thing at the bottom with the ticker there? So we have a whole bunch of news stories, and you can take your pick. What do you want us to get into first? So we got some baseball shit, which you probably don't care about. Let's see what else we got here. We got football from last night. Not really important. We do have some good shit coming up here on the bottom. Let's see.
I'm more of a kind of guy, so I talk about what I feel like.
So we have another cold case solved from about 40 years ago.
Like that Minnesota one we were talking about?
Yeah. Health insurance, is it a scam? I'd say yeah, but we can get more deep into that later.
I didn't hear about Joe Burrow's house getting robbed during Monday Night Football.
That's a fucking story right there. So yeah, his house got robbed during the game, and the girl who called 911, who was staying in his house, was not his chick, not his girlfriend, buddy. It was an SI swimsuit model.
Nice.
Yeah. Kylie Kelsey has #1 podcast in America right now.
Wait, I thought it was Haley Welch.
She's been asleep for about 4 or 5 days.
She's going to bed. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Anywho, I'm going to bed. Man arrested for stick attack. Florida man kills father and shoots his mother. That's always a good heart.
Oh yeah, that was the one I sent you where that dude looked like a fucking inbred.
He looks like a sick fuck, dude. We do have our Christmas party show on the 17th. Miles, you should pop on for the Christmas show, buddy. Next Tuesday.
Buy some eggnog.
Yeah. CEO killer caught. What we know, we'll get into that more later. Soto signing with the Mets. That's the reason we went with Mets orange tonight. Record-breaking contract. That's worthy. What do you think, Monty? You want to get into some news with us, man?
I mean, I don't really care about the news, but if you want to get into it, I can put my opinion.
So we're going to start with the man who got arrested for assaulting someone with a stick. All right. That's where we're going to start, okay?
So, I was like, we don't have any stories, so I just, literally, when we don't have any, stories, and it's like the day up, I literally just, at work, I Google man arrested, and, of course, today it was all the Luigi shit, but then I kept scrolling, and I found this one.
No. Yeah. Well, half the reason for that is because all the news is about the CEO guy.
Yeah, all of it. It's crazy.
So you can't find much.
Not even fucking mass shootings stay in the fucking news this long. It's been a week. It's been a week, right? It was like last Wednesday.
Right. Yeah, and they caught him yesterday?
Yeah. Yesterday?
Yeah.
Sunday. Caught him yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So man arrested, accused of assaulting person with a stick. And there he is. Okay, very nice guy, John Dean Miller. A Lane man was arrested after he allegedly assaulted another man in Bryan County. Court documents say that John Dean Miller, 47, allegedly tried to hurt another man by assaulting him with a wooden stick on Sunday. Nice. He faces up to 10 years in prison.
Stick?
And that's literally the entire article.
Wasn't even a brick.
That's the entire. Right, what the fuck, man? If convicted on one count of assault battery with a dangerous weapon, listen, man.
Hey, bro, he just went Adrian Peterson on him. That's all he fucking did. He doesn't need to go to prison for that.
Man, yo, a fucking stick, buddy. Not for nothing. Men have we have a certain attraction to sticks. Monty, right? When you walk around, you're like, oh, it's a nice stick, dude. Right?
Wasn't there some TikTok where a girl was with her boyfriend on a hiking shit, and he was all excited about looking at the sticks?
It looked like a sword, dude. I'd be excited about this stick too.
Yeah, dude.
It's a man thing.
Cool, man.
It's a man. It's a dude thing.
Women will never understand it, but it is. It's a complete fucking dude thing.
What do you got there? Some Galaxy gas?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, it's a new vape I got. It is Sour Lush Gummy. It's really good. But when it comes to the vape, the vapes make me cough more than smoking an actual fucking cigarette, dude.
I've never tried one. Ever.
Really?
Nope.
Wow.
I smoked a Cody Rhodes. I've smoked one cigar in my life, and it was a fucking Cody Rhodes cigar, too.
And so I'm going to ask your opinion, even though you're not a smoker. Was it good? Did it taste good?
It was all right. It was my first time like on a cigar. And,
right.
Like, these are fucking heavy, so like the nicotine makes you a little woozy.
Yeah. I missed that smoke shop. Me and Hafiz were talking about that earlier. The smoke shop I used to go to. So Monty, we had a smoke shop across from Walmart in New Hartford, and they would sell like edibles and weed and pre-rolls and all that shit. And the government shut them down because they were selling edibles that weren't New York State inspected.
Of course they did.
And I'm like, fuck, dude, I really missed that place, dude. And it was reasonably priced, like $20. And you didn't have to get a whole bag of edibles. They had like these little like 2-packs that you could get for like fucking like $10, like $5-10. That would do the job like just as good as the big packs, dude. So you could save money going over there and shit. Because I'm not much of a pothead anymore, but sometimes I just want to get high. And if you're giving me easy access, then I'm just going to get some edibles. You know what I mean? I prefer edibles than smoking weed. It's just a better high for me. I mean, it's more of a body thing than a mind thing. Like now, like when I smoke a joint or a blunt or a bowl or whatever, like if I overdo it, I'm fucking paranoid, dude. And everyone tells me, yo, you just got to keep smoking. I'm like, no, I don't. It doesn't make me feel good. Why would I do that? But why would I do that? Like, what the fuck?
Dude, here, I think I've showed you them before, but here in Washington because there's a dispensary on every fucking corner because it's legal here.
Yeah.
They have like hard seltzer, like alcohol, but it's cannabis infused seltzer.
It's THC infused, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It tastes like squirt, basically.
Oh, okay.
It ain't too potent either.
Yeah, it's about like 5% THC or something.
Yeah, and it's in a can. And it's in a can like soda.
So, yo, Monty, so you're a pothead. Where do you get your weed when you're on the road, dude?
Most of the time, I don't have it, but right now I got this.
Oh, okay. So you get like a vape and shit. Okay.
Nah, this ain't weed because it's illegal. Oh. Magic mushroom.
Oh, yo, they make shroom vapes?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Yo, Monty, check this out, buddy.
You just made him go galaxy brain.
Oh, I gotta flip it.
Got some shrooms, buddy.
Take that, and then you'll take those again, so then those fucking aliens could crawl out of that ceiling up there.
Dude, that was a fucking wild fucking trip, dude. Oh my god, bro. So I took some shrooms. What was it, over the summer?
No, that was because it was during the Cowboys like Thursday night game.
Oh, remember? Yeah. So like I'm sitting.
Well, there was the other time during the summer when you were texting me, and you were like, "Dude, there's some guy sitting next to me on the couch, and he has those Japanese stick and poke tattoos."
Yeah, dude. So like the one time, so I've only had 2 like spiritual experiences on shrooms. I had many on acid, but on shrooms I had 2. So the first one was these ancient fucking guys who like set up this fucking like bonfire shit in my fucking corner, dude, right over here. And I'm sitting here and like every time I touched my phone, I cried, dude. Like tears would come down my face and shit. And I'm like, all right, dude, I gotta stay off the phone. Okay, I get it, dude, right? And like we did some like ancient like chant and dance and all this wild shit, dude. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. Maybe they're trying to tell me something. Now the one over the summer was on really crushing on my work life really bad. It's kind of faded a little bit because as we've gotten to know each other more, it's not that I like her less. It's just like now I know you more as a person, and I'm not really down with, you know what I mean? Like you get to know somebody a little bit more, and you're like, wait a minute, you know what I mean? I was wrong, right? But during the summer, the one the Cowboys Thursday night game is when like we were really like getting to know each other at first. And like they're like entities or something, bro. I don't know what the fuck. They're like hanging down from the ceiling and shit. And they're like telling me like, yo, you better do right by her, dude. And I'm just like, yo, all right, dude, I get it, yo. I get it. I will. I promise. I get it. And like they would not leave me the fuck alone. It got to the point where I'm like, will y'all leave me alone? My game is coming on. Like that's the whole reason I did this shit was to enjoy my game, dude.
You were fucked up for like 2 days. I swear to God.
You were so?
You were like manically texting me for like 2 days.
Really?
Yeah, you were pretty you were like, because like there was times where like you were just texting me like 10 times over. I was like, God damn, you were fucked up. Because there was that other time. There was the other time in the summer when you did it and you were texting me and you were like, what do you want me to ask the elders about?
Oh, you? Yeah. I mean, Monty probably knows what I'm talking about. Monty, when you do shrooms, right? It may not be like an entity or something, but doesn't something or someone speak to you and make shit clear for you?
No, I don't experience hallucinations.
Wow. Maybe I did too much. If Jack, I take his word for it, but if I was texting you for 2 days straight,
there was a time where it was like, God damn, you were like fucked up.
Bro, I'm hitting a mushroom pen and I'm just hitting it like it's a cigarette.
I know that, dude. I thought you were smoking a cigarette or like a vape.
I just thought it was a fucking vape pen.
Yeah, but this is magic mushrooms. Like people have been like,
so are you buzzing right now? Like, can you feel it?
I mean, I feel stoned.
Okay, so
that's about it. Shrooms don't hit when I take real mushrooms. It doesn't.
Yeah, I was about to say. So like, it doesn't hit you like if I was to like eat the mushroom. Like, it's not the same thing. You
remember West Side Diner with Al?
Yeah.
You remember his coffee, Lebanese coffee?
Yeah.
That strong shit. I can drink like 17 cups and read a newspaper and just be chilling.
Wow. I remember when I worked at the gas station back in like 2017, I think it was. They had this like ultra caffeinated coffee, dude. And like I had a cup of it. And like that's when I knew how I act on Coke. Because I wasn't on Coke. I was just extra hyped up. So like everyone who walked in was like, hey, what's up, man? We're just having this long ass conversation. People are like, yo, can you shut the fuck up? And I'm just like, no, I like talking to this guy. And then like the next person would come up, I'm having a little conversation with this dude. And I'm like, yo, so that's how you be, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty high when it comes to most things. Like Coke, I used to do it when I worked at 5 Star Burger in Taos, and I could fall asleep no problem after doing the 8-ball.
Bro, I've had Coke problems where I'm like, I'm falling asleep. I'm like, well, yo, did they give me fentanyl? Like, am I gonna die, dude? This isn't normal. You know what I mean? Like, I guess when you get used to it, it is normal, man.
Yeah, I got it from a good source though. Like that shit was a rock when I'd get it. You had to break it down.
And like that's what me and my uncle used to say and be like, yo, if it doesn't come in a rock, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Because powder's how they're gonna get you with the fentanyl.
Drugs is bad. Okay. Drugs is real. PSI.
I'm not advocating drug use. I'm not your role model. Don't look up to me.
No.
But Jack will tell you, when I do shit, I do it safely. Thank God.
You do it in a controlled environment. You don't do it in public. Besides the time you told me about when you went to the mall or whatever.
That was fun, dude. But see, I'd already done the shrooms before I went to the mall. And like walking around the mall, like, so like it was so cool, dude. Just like seeing everything just like bright and lit up and fucking all these people. Yeah, it was fucking wild.
Fucking neon lights and shit.
Yeah, dude. It was cool as shit, dude. And like as you're walking around, you're on shrooms, you like internally you think that everyone knows that you're on shrooms, right? And just everyone's looking at you a certain way. And I'm just like,
yeah,
I gotta get the fuck out of here. Because it started making me uncomfortable, like thinking that they knew.
Yeah.
You know? But Monty, this is the 2-year anniversary of me getting hit by a car today, dude.
Yeah.
No, I'm in the club. I was there when the car accident happened.
So what happened was an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was why. It was like divine intervention, but not in a good way.
Yeah, so that week, earlier, I think it was like Monday or something, I was on my way home from work, and I got a ride home from my buddy.
Yeah, well, when you got hit by a car, it was on a Saturday because I was in Las Vegas.
Right. So
I was like sitting in my seat in the arena, and you're like, yeah, I got hit by a car.
Yeah. So earlier that week, she had hit me up, and she's like, yo, do you want to have a threesome with my boyfriend? I'm like, okay, I'll run train on you, bitch. Choo-choo. You know what I mean? And she ended up flaking, remember?
Yeah, dude, it was her fucking boomer boyfriend.
Yeah, DJ Rabis,
yeah.
Yeah. And so she stopped replying. I'm just like, man, I got pissed off. So I'm like, fuck this shit, dude. I'm gonna go get these pictures printed up from Staples. And at first I texted Sean for a ride, but he was with Justa. That he was dating Justin at that time.
About Justin.
And he's like, yo, I'm out to dinner with her. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, dude, I'll just fucking walk, dude. And I made it like halfway there. So I'm crossing Commercial Drive. Monty knows how busy Commercial Drive, especially around Christmas time. Nuts, right? So I'm crossing Commercial Drive where they have the stoplight and shit. Like you can walk it, but it's dangerous. So I cross him like halfway through the fucking street, bro. And this dude, I don't know if he hit like, I don't know if he turned, like hit a right, or if he was coming the whole way because his lights were off. Like I walk a lot. I'm a safe pedestrian, bro. Like I take pride in that shit. And this motherfucker just came out of nowhere, dude. Now I seen him coming to a point to where like I'd seen him coming like a little bit, like in the last second. So I pulled this shit, bro. I did like a football player. I went like I lowered my shoulder into his fucking mirror, dude, just to try to block the fucking blow, dude. Right? Yeah. But I lowered my shoulder into this shit. When I go flying over the fucking windshield, bro, I went flying in the air like a fucking kung fu movie, dude. My phone went skipping across the. I don't know how it didn't break. Somehow my phone with no case. Well,
I remember you told me that at some point when you got hit, you were like ready to just be done. And
yeah, dude, I'm laying on the ground. I'm just like, yo, I think this is it, dude. Because I didn't feel much in that moment because like adrenaline and shit. So I pop up off the ground, dude, and like this dude, it was a dude and his girlfriend, and there's a Walgreens right over here. So they pull into the Walgreens into the parking lot, and like at first they weren't gonna fucking stop, dude. I think his girlfriend made him fucking stop, bro. So they pull into the fucking Walgreens and they call ambulance and shit like that. And I'm like, all right, because like, yo, like Monty will tell you, it's a busy fucking highway. You got Walmart, you got the mall, you got all kinds of shit up there, dude.
Yep.
So I'm just laying on the fucking road, dude. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna get ran over. This shit is over, dude. I thought I was gonna die, dude. I thought it was done. And I opened my eyes, and like there's a dude behind me who stopped his car, and he's like, holy fucking shit, I seen the whole thing. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. All right, dude, I made it. Somehow I fucking made it out of this shit. And I look up, and my phone's way the fuck over here. And I get up, and like the ambulance comes, and the cops come and shit like that. And I just got up and walked away. And the officer's like, no. He's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, no, you're not, dude. He's like, we have to check you out.
You didn't go to the hospital, but you like went in the back of the ambulance, right?
So they checked me out in the back of the ambulance. And like I said, the adrenaline was pumping so hard I didn't feel anything. Next morning I woke up, and I can honestly say it felt like I got hit by a fucking car, dude.
Yeah.
And like that night I came home, and like for like the next month or so, all I can think about is like, yo, you just got a second chance at life, dude. You should not still be here. Like, not many people survive getting hit on Commercial Drive, dude.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fucking happen. And I went to the hospital the next day, and the nurses and shit are like, oh shit, this is the guy that got hit on Commercial Drive. And I'm like, holy fuck, I'm like an attraction at the fucking hospital. Like, people read the police reports from last night and be like, holy shit, someone got hit by a car on Commercial Drive and he lived.
Yeah.
And they were checking me, and they gave me such a hard time of giving me pain pills. I'm like, dude, obviously I got hit by a fucking car, bro. And all they gave me was fucking ibuprofen. So I had to hit a girl up from work who fucking like dropped off some like real fucking painkillers for me, some real pain pills. God bless her, we don't talk anymore because she's a friend of Caitlin's. But yeah, she dropped some shit off for me. They really fucking. But yeah, man, for like the next 3-4 weeks, I'm just like, holy fuck, dude. I'm like, that feeling is faded now. But for the next couple of weeks, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, damn, bro. Everything that happens to me should not be happening to me. I should have died.
Yeah.
You know? So that was a fucked up day. What about your story, Monty? Before we take a break here, we'll cut you loose here in a second. But you said that you got hit too?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I didn't get hit. It was a car accident from my ex when I first moved to New Mexico. That was an interesting day. She was in the car. It was like a SUV or a truck. And she had her 9-year-old daughter, or she was 7 at the time, I think. Between 7 and 9. And she was in the front seat, no seatbelt. And I told her that was a bad idea. Like, that little girl needs to be in the back with a seatbelt on. Oh, no, she's fine. And it was wintertime, black ice everywhere. And she was driving like 50 downhill. And I was like, yo, you need to chill and slow down. Like, you got this little car, slow down. Like, be easy with it. I've seen black ice. I know what that shit does.
Right.
And she didn't listen, of course. And we went off the side of the road into a ditch that had like a 6-foot dirt wall trench in front of it. And everything was slow-mo when it happened because I had my head tucked like this so I didn't hit the top of the car. But the little girl started going face first towards the dashboard. So I seen her, snatched her up and pinned her up against me. And when I did, I straightened myself. So when we impacted, I hit the top of the car roof. And it compressed my neck and snapped, I think, 2 or 3 vertebrae in my back. Yeah, it fucked me up pretty good. I didn't walk for like 8 months.
Wow.
There was a good chance I wouldn't walk again.
Wow. So, that makes your story, what you're doing now, even more impressive, dude.
I mean,
more inspirational.
I come from the bloodline of we don't give up.
I'm the same way, dude. If you tell me I can't do it, I'm going to find a fucking way.
Yeah. Especially with not walking.
I was raised, and like me and you both didn't have the best childhood, but I feel like that gave me not a reason, but like it kind of shaped me to keep shit moving. You know what I mean? Not to dwell on anything, just fuck it, dude. If that's your situation, that's your situation, bro. Make it work.
I think my silver lining, because my dad was highly abusive as a child.
Yeah.
5-4s, and my first memory is a cast iron frying pan, getting hit in the face with it.
Fuck.
Like 7, from like 7 below, I don't remember much of anything, like bits and pieces. And then my memory started kicking in at like 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things you got to find the silver lining. Like I found it a long time ago, man. He made me tough. No matter what he did, no matter what he throw at me, I'll always bounce back.
You're right. Yeah. And I get praised for it a lot, especially when I was in therapy. They're like, yo, how'd they put it? You're very resilient. And I'm like, I didn't have a fucking choice. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have a say in the matter, dude. I had to be.
Do or die.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, man.
Dying's not an option. Not yet. Not until I learn what I got to learn.
Right. Yeah. And I say it a lot, bro. Life is the harshest teacher, man. And it's going to keep
kind of teacher, too.
It's going to keep showing you that lesson until you learn it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't learn shit unless it's hard. So,
yeah.
That's the ones that stick with us.
Yeah, I agree. But yo, Monty, thanks for popping in with us tonight, man. Go get some rest. And like I said, we're doing the Christmas show next Tuesday. If you want to pop in, we'll be here, man.
All right, Mike.
Yo, have a good night, buddy. Be safe out there, all right?
Hey, safe travels. Stay warm.
Stay out of a cell, all right?
Stay out of a cell. I'll send you some money at the end later this week. I promise.
No doubt. This is Monty signing off.
Later. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. What do you think, 15?
What time is it?
9:03.
You want to – 15's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And then we'll come back into some news for you guys, all right? Later, guys. this shit out of here. All right, gang, we back with you. Jack will be here momentarily. Oh, there he is. There we go.
Yo, I don't know what's going on, but so I have a Roku TV, right?
Yeah.
You know how like I always just have like a fucking NBA game on or something in the background, just for some background noise while we're doing this. So I turn on my TV when I get home, and no matter what, like, because you go on like the apps, you go on like YouTube TV, like ESPN, whatever. Any app I press, it says there's not enough space to download it. I'm like, what the fuck? This isn't a PlayStation. And like I turn it off, I turn it on, it still says the same thing. And I'm pissed off. It's funny. It's funny, like we've talked about, like when your phone goes dead and you're not going to be home for an hour, like you feel like it's like the same shit. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Why doesn't this work?
Yeah. Like I do know they only have so much space, but
well, yeah, but like I never download any. Like I didn't put any new apps on there or anything, and then I just deleted some random fucking ones I don't use, and it still says there's not enough room to download shit. I'm like, well, I never downloaded anything in the first place.
We gotta let this cat out because he's such a terror. Doesn't have time to let him outside. He wants to go outside all the fucking time, so I leave him in a room.
That's like my dad's dog.
Come on, Ollie. Come on, buddy. You want to hop on the podcast? Come on, dude. Come on. Let me show you off a little bit. Come on, dude. Come on. Come on. So, for anyone who's not seen my little dude, this is Ollie. He's an orange asshole.
Yeah.
He's my asshole.
Get your damn cat.
Fucking guy. Right. So there's for everybody who's not seen my little buddy. That's him.
We do.
Like I said.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was saying, like I said on Saturday, I think it was. This cat's got me through some dark shit, dude.
We do have some new listeners, as far as I've been told.
Okay. But
they know who they are, and they can interact if they want to.
They can. Yeah, they have that option. You're right. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into some news, man. You want to get into this cold case thing?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So this is new to you. I haven't read the article neither. I found it today, and I'm like, yo, like, what's going on with our show to where it's just like cold cases are just fucking popping up like crazy, dude?
Hey, it's True Crime Tuesday.
True. We have to do another dedicated show to that too. That was a really good show.
Yeah, that was the first time we played fucking. That was the first time we played Guess Who with a FBI Most Wanted list.
Yeah, we're gonna do that Saturday. We're gonna do that Saturday.
Actually, I guess it wasn't Guess. It wasn't Guess Who. It was What He Do or What They Do. You know, it was. There was
the crime or something.
There was one girl on it. The fucking crypto.
Yeah, and like an all-time classic moment on this show is easily the fucking donut guy. Yeah, dude, that was so unexpected because we're both like, nah, these aren't violent people, dude. You know,
dude, he didn't kill anyone. He didn't just kill someone. He killed his wife that he worked with while they were on the fucking clock. Mm-hmm. He probably pushed her in the fucking hot glaze or some shit.
Dude, we had no idea what we were about to read.
He put her on the fucking Krispy Kreme, the fucking where they are fucking going up like that.
Conveyor belt.
Yeah.
When she reached the end, she got to the case, the sign lit up. Fresh donuts.
Right, yeah, there's like that fucking fountain of glaze. He just like fucking stuck her face under that.
Yeah, dude. Like some like old WWF kind of shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. 41 years later, cold case murder suspect arrested. Let's see. This man is from California. And
another 70-year-old motherfucker.
Yeah, so like kind of like the first guy, man. Yo, man, if you get away with a murder for that long, just fucking accept your L, dude. You know, I mean, you got to live your life, dude. You're at the end of it anyway.
You ain't gonna probably, you're gonna be in like general population. Like you ain't gonna get beat up by some fucking skinheads or MS-13 because it's like, you know, only fucking pedophiles and shit like that and domestic abusers and shit are the ones that get beat up in prison. So, you know, you ain't gonna be the dude getting fucked up by skinheads and MS-13s and shit.
No, you're good, dude. You know what? You probably gained some respect in there.
You got
I got away with it.
Your fucking grandchildren will fucking donate to your books. You'll get some Doritos. You won't have to eat that nasty fucking shit on a tray.
Yeah, you're fine.
You've been to jail before, so how is that food?
Well, so I've been to jail twice.
Yeah.
The first time when I was in Alabama, and I'm talking to this lady. I'm walking down the corridor, and I look at her and I'm like, yo, I don't know what to expect. And she's like, yo, you've never been in trouble before? I'm like, no, like I've never been in jail before. And she's like, oh, sweetie. It was some like black lady. She's like, oh, sweetie, you'll be fine. Right. So there's.
Was she in jail too, or was she like a guard?
No, she was a guard. So she was escorting me to where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that, like, so in Alabama, you still have cellmates. In New York, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was locked up in New York, dude, it was worse because I didn't have no one to talk to, bro. I'm just staring at a fucking wall, dude. Like this other guy, the guy in Alabama, I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him, and this dude, like, I thought what he said was racist as fuck, dude, right? Because he looks at me and he's like, I can't wait to get out of here and shoot some coons. So like me, I'm from New York. I'm like, holy shit, dude, this guy's about to kill some black dudes. You know what I mean? What he meant, though, was he's going to go hunt some raccoons because he lives in the woods. So, like I said, I was in there for about a week, dude, because like the Alabama court system is really fucking slow. And so much time had passed to where he was like, yo, you need to eat. And I'm like, no. I'm not eating this fucking gruel. I'm not eating this fucking food, dude.
What is it?
I mean, think of like school lunch, I guess. But like when you're in school, it's a little acceptable because like you're a teenager, you don't know any better.
Yeah, you know when you're a child or a teenager, you don't know. Yeah, you don't know any better.
Yeah, it's like as an adult, you're not serving me this, dude. I'm not accepting that, right? So I would give him my food. Like,
I once heard from someone that like if you don't eat your food, they won't let you out or some shit. Is that true?
Not in my experience, because I just handed my food to him, and it got to the point like after like the third day, he started to feel bad, and he's like, "Yo, here's some ramen." He's like, "I'm gonna teach you how to make jailhouse ramen." I'm like, "All right." So how you make jailhouse ramen is you turn the fucking faucet on hot, and you need a Tupperware container. So he had one. And you just put the lid on and you let the noodles get soft. And then you drain it in the sink and you add the mix it. Dude, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. I've eaten, I'm a good cook, bro. So I've made some really good meals in my life. But however, after being 3 days hungry, the jailhouse ramen was probably the best meal I've ever had in my life, dude. Because it was just like, I needed that so fucking bad,
dude.
Yeah. Being in jail in New York was a little bit different because, like I said, like, you don't have you don't have no one to bounce off of, dude. It's just you and your thoughts, dude. And that's worse. That's worse, dude. Like, give me a cellmate any fucking day, dude. At least I have someone to talk to. Like, it got to the point to where when I was locked up here a few years ago, I was like I said, I have no one to talk to. So I'm talking to the guard, and the guard looks at me. He goes, "Yo, has anyone told you that you're the most annoying fucking person I've ever met in my life?"
They said that to you?
Yeah, he said that to me, and I'm just like, yo, because like I was talking to him about like The Sopranos and all kinds of shit. Like The Shield, NYPD Blue, all kinds of shit, dude. And you could just tell that he was getting annoyed, and he's like, yo, I'm going to fucking McDonald's. Do you want anything? I'm like, yo, give me a hash brown, bro. So he brought me back a hash brown, and he did a dickish thing because he had like breakfast sandwiches, and all he gave me was like the English muffin, the top and the bottom. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking dick, dude. But he did give me at least the fucking hash brown, at least.
And this was someone who worked at the jail?
Yeah, it was a guard. It was a guard, yeah. And he did bring me back breakfast. He was decent enough to do that. But like I said, like he was an asshole when it came to like, because I specifically asked, like, yo, let me get a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, dude.
Yeah. And
like he handed me just the top and bottom. So like it made it worse because you could taste like the residue of the sausage. Yeah. It was like a tease, bro. I'm like, you're a fucking scumbag, dude. So later that morning, I got arrested at like fucking like 3 a.m., dude. And I got out at like 10 a.m. So like for 7 hours, I was just fucking annoying this guy, dude. Because all they had me for was disorderly conduct. So all I had to do was sober up to leave. So
was this the thing that happened like a few? Was this the thing that happened like a month?
No. I was still living with my parents when this happened. What happened was I got to so. This is like 2013, maybe. And I had just broken up with Sheena. I had moved back home. And that's when she like got the other dude in the house. And like she wasn't necessarily hiding it on Twitter, like that I had been replaced. And I had a severe drinking problem at that time. And I seen that she put some tweet up with like some dude walking around the house, like sitting where I would sit and shit like that. And I'm just like, nah, you're rubbing this shit in my face, bro. If we break up, that's one thing. You don't have to fucking go to this level. So I got fucked up. And I woke up, we had a snowstorm that night. And my step pops was outside shoveling. And I went outside and like tried to pick a fight with him. And he called the cops on me. So he was like, you need to fucking leave. And I'm like, all right, bet. So it's like 3 a.m, bro. I'm up on the corner and I call my grandmother. Of course, she's not awake. It's fucking 3 something in the morning. And I'm on the corner with this fucking snowstorm going on. And of course, she didn't answer. So the cop like escorted me out of the house. And he's like, yo, you need to fucking leave the area. I'm like, all right, yo, I'm calling for a ride. And he's like, if I fucking come back around this corner and you're still right here, I'm fucking taking you in, dude. And I'm like, all right, yo, whatever, dude. I just thought he was talking shit. He wasn't actually going to come back. Well, he did, dude. He spun the block and see me still on the corner. He's like, that's fucking it. Get in the back. And I'm just like, bro, like, what the fuck, dude? I'm trying to leave, bro. He wasn't hearing it. He was not hearing it. So they took me in, whatever. And like I said, like all it was a disorderly conduct. So they really didn't have anything to hold me on outside of me sobering up. So I annoyed the guy to a point to where he was like, yo, if I get him some food, it'll speed this up. Like, it'll knock out his drunkenness if he eats. So it got to the point to where fucking like he was just like, yo, I'm going to McDonald's. What do you want? He spent his own money to feed me just so I can get the fuck out, dude. I annoyed him that fucking hard.
That's a good story though.
Yeah.
Back to our regularly scheduled.
Yeah, let's get into this here. So a California man suspected of committing a murder more than 4 decades ago has been apprehended in connection to the cold case. Police arrested 70-year-old Michael Larry Mannett of Huntington Beach, California on December 6th. After the path led them to the man more than 40 years after the murder of Newport Beach man Ronald Gasky on December 13th, almost to the day. Wow. December 13th, 1983. Initial interviews and investigation back then were unsuccessful in helping locate the man. The case went cold, but was reopened in recent years, giving authorities a fresh set of eyes to find a person of interest. In 1983, Newport Beach Police Department detectives completed many interviews and collected evidence from the residents, though detectives were unable to file charges on any suspect. A statement from local police read, yeah, go ahead.
It would have been cooler if he actually got arrested on the 13th because it's Friday the 13th this year.
Oh, it would be, yeah.
Would have been cooler, but we can't have everything we want.
Right. Over the past few years, the case was reopened and current NBPD detectives have diligently read through numerous reports, studied evidence, and completed additional interviews, which ultimately led to the identification of Michael Larry Mannett as the suspect in the murder. Gasky was a 36-year-old construction worker who was found dead by his girlfriend with his head and face clubbed. Oh, my God. Clubbed by a blunt object. It remains unclear how police landed on Mannett as their suspect or what his motive was in allegedly carrying out the murder. His bail was set at $1 million. Oof. The revival of cold cases like these and the capture of the purported criminal should bring some hope to any families hoping for similar outcomes. Well, we'll definitely keep a track. We'll definitely keep an eye on that and track that for you guys just to see, because like I'm interested to to him.
Yeah, and we got to check back up on that Minnesota one too.
Yeah, we'll do an update on that on Saturday.
I'll do some research.
So, yeah. So let's get into some Luigi Mangione talk here. First of all, them exposing to social media made me like him more.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
But he did. It's fucked up. Like, he didn't seem like a bad dude. I just think that he just like reached a breaking point with his own personal experience, dude.
He was a fucking at a master's.
You know what's funny how the media is doing this is that they're saying he was an Ivy League student but not a graduate. But
dude, he had a fucking master's from what's Princeton or some shit?
Yeah, some wild shit, bro. And it's like, so okay, you're calling him a student because obviously the Ivy League schools don't want that stain and being like he was a graduate, but he was a smart kid, and from what I understand, he had an accident when he was out walking that fucked his back up.
Yeah,
to the point where like he couldn't even have sex or anything.
Yeah, you sent me that earlier today, right?
Yeah, like so I totally get that, bro.
And he like spiraled out of control, I guess, and like he was working at some like high up job in California, and then he like spiraled out of control and like moved to Hawaii and was just living off of like his savings.
Yeah.
And then how did he get to Atlanta? I didn't see that part.
I want to.
He took a bus from Atlanta to New York City and fucking shot the dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
like,
right. So
people are like,
president. You're right.
People are like, oh, he's so smart, but he made all these mistakes. It's like, no, I think he wanted to be caught. He didn't like. That's why he like if he could have fucking fled the country if he wanted to, or gotten
he had enough time to do it.
He had a whole week almost. So
yeah,
like he had everything and he could have done it, but I think he wanted.
He did.
He wanted to. He wanted to be caught.
Because, like I said on Saturday, if it's personal to him, like there's no way, like death is not an option for this dude. Like if he dies, then his story goes away, everything goes away. The fact that he's alive and like he wrote a manifesto and he's talking shit to the media at his fucking extradition hearing and shit like that. Like, nah, he wants you to know that. And what's fucked up, it's not an isolated incident. He's not the only one who feels this way.
Yeah.
A large portion of this country feels the same fucking way.
Like you said, the rich feel bad for the rich. And the everyday people trying to get better, like you and me and whoever else, as fucked up as it sounds,
I identify with the dude. I get it, dude. Like I really do. Because how many times in life have you been like, yo, that's not fair? Because I'm not in a certain tax bracket, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What I'm going through.
Companies purposely try to fucking screw you. Like, for example, like before, because when you're 26, you have to go on your own insurance.
Right. And so that's the age that he is 26.
Is he 26? I thought he was 26.
Yeah. No, the last thing I read, he was 26. But either way, he's starting to get billed for his own shit now.
Yeah.
And the treatments that he had didn't fucking work. So, no, I'm not paying you $100,000 for back surgery. It didn't fucking do anything for me.
Yeah.
So like I get every single angle of where he could potentially be coming from. Mm-hmm. The last thing I read, though, is that he's going to plead not guilty, and his lawyer said that there's no evidence to prove that he's the one who did it.
There's not. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, they did.
Someone said, hey, they got to get an all-female jury, and he'll walk.
He'd walk. He'd get the fuck off so quick. Even Jordan last night, she's like, he's hot as fuck. And I'm like, yo, thank God he's locked up. Like every girl in the country is losing their fucking minds over this guy.
Well, that's what they did with fucking Richard Ramirez too back in the 80s.
At least this guy's cause was noble.
Yeah, right. Richard Ramirez is just fucking slashing people.
He was a wild fucking dude, bro. I didn't know until recently. I think it was last week I found this out. That fucking like he broke into these people's house, dude. And like he shot these two people in the head and they lived and like chased them out of the fucking house, dude.
Really? Well, our boy Angel told me that his grandpa was part of the mob that chased him to his capture.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn, what a story.
Like a bunch of fucking random people just fucking chased him till he got arrested.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they were like, it was like a street race. They were just fucking like, they were dead ass serious on this dude, bro.
And apparently the
All
fucking
right, let's get to this Florida guy.
The Menendez brothers are like gonna get out too, because they're like saying they were abused as kids, so that somehow justifies murdering their fucking parents.
I mean, like, here's the thing, like, when it comes to them, I feel like they've paid their debt to society. And like, they've been locked up for 30 fucking years, dude.
30 years. Because they were on the fucking Mark Jackson basketball card, and he played in the 90s.
Right. So, they paid their fucking debt, dude. Like, they really have. I mean, I might sound like a woman when I say this, but like maybe it's the right thing to give them a second chance. I mean, I don't believe anything that they say. I don't believe that they were abused. Like, like, I don't know if you watched the Netflix show on them.
Wait, was it like the OJ and Aaron Hernandez show? Was it like that?
Yeah, so it's a scripted drama show.
It's got actors and it's it's like
right.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
Netflix actually has two. They have one that's a documentary, and they have the dramatization one. The dramatization one was really good. And the reason I liked it is like I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and I'm like, yo, like all that they're like their dad, I'm not gonna lie, like he demanded success. He wanted his sons to be successful because he was successful. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, if I had that kind of structure in my life, who knows where the fuck I would be. I could be like a senator, a congressman, I'm not gonna be like, yo, I could be a president or anything, but I could have got like involved in politics or something, whatever. Not doing what I'm doing. I don't have the worst life in the world, but I built this all myself. I got to teach myself all this stuff. If I would have had the proper guidance and like structure in my life, and someone being like, nah, listen, bro, what you're capable of is this, and have something to work towards, who knows where I'd be, dude? And that's all their dad wanted, was to not be like a freeloading scumbag, dude. You just wanted him to, a regular dad thing. Like, I don't want you to be lesser than me. I want you to be better than me.
Yeah.
That's all he asked for, dude. And they fucking killed him over it. It's fucking stupid, dude. But let's see. Let's get into this Florida guy shooting his fucking dad.
Fucking inbred gamer looking dude. I didn't read it. I'm like going into this shit cold, but it was something about fucking he had a video games or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. So, Florida man accused of killing father, shooting mother, arrested in Orlando. Joseph Voigt was arrested Sunday. Look at this sick fuck.
That's fucking.
He's got those like careless eyes, dude.
Yeah. Dude, he looks like the fucking Nicholas Cruz, and it happened in Florida too.
Yeah.
Reportedly told detectives that his father was upset with him about spending his time playing video games and not getting a job. Well, how old is he?
Let's see. Well,
I mean, shit, that's not much different than the Menendez brothers. Like, and this dude's just telling you to get a job. He's not telling you to go to a fucking top 100 university.
Right. Yeah, and yeah, this article is not stating his age. If I had to guess off the picture, I'd say 24, 25, something like that.
He's just got that look on his face.
Police in Bartow.
He's got that look on his face like, yeah, I did that shit. So what?
Yeah. Police in Bartow said they found 63-year-old Marvin Voigt dead in the. Oh, he did that shit outside, bro. In the driveway of his home on Saturday evening, and 58-year-old Susan Voigt inside the house with a serious gunshot wound. They said Susan Voigt told officers. Oh, so he's 23. That her son Joseph Voigt.
They didn't do nothing wrong. He's just a fucking psycho.
Yeah. Shot both of them, then fled the house. Susan is in critical condition at an area hospital. According to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Joseph Voigt was found early Sunday morning by Orlando police along International Drive. They conducted a traffic stop and took him into custody. Investigators who interviewed Voigt said he admitted to shooting his parents and that his father was upset about the suspect's life choices. Joseph Voigt is in Orange County Jail, awaiting transfer back to Polk County.
Well done, fuckface. I hope your game.
Fucked up story, man. It really is. So I know you watched. Well, actually, we both watched the Simpsons game last night.
With all due respect, this game was pretty meaningless. It's two teams out of the playoffs. So that's why I'm glad they chose that game for the fucking Simpsons shit.
True.
I watched the entire game on the Simpsons shit. I didn't watch it on the normal feed at all. I only watched it on the Simpsons broadcast.
Yeah, Sully Mac watched a good portion of it last night, and I totally get where he's coming from. He's like, yo, I had to change it just because it was too much after a certain point.
Yeah, it's because what I don't understand is like, how are the players like wearing something to track their motion, or how are they?
So. Yeah, I think
mean, the same thing goes for
kind of like how like they do video games. They wear those things.
They wear those fucking bubbly things.
Yeah,
like I don't understand. Like because
it's no something like that.
It's no different than the Nickelodeon shit that they did. Like how I don't understand how they're able to track it identically. I don't know.
Yeah, and like it's funny because like someone put out like a super cut of like all the plays in the game that was like the best ones. Like so that touchdown in the fourth quarter where the Bengals took the lead. So they had Homer out there playing corner.
Yeah, they had fucking Bart. They had Homer, Ralph Wiggum scoring touchdowns and shit.
Yeah, and like he, it was funny, dude. It was funny. Sully Mac said, I'm a huge Simpson fan, but it was very overstimulating. It was finding hard to pay. I totally get that.
I do. I really do. I mean,
after so long, I can see that.
To me, it was like I just had it on the Simpsons feed the whole time because but it was.
There's another funny clip too when Dallas was on defense. They had Mo out there, and homeboy made a crazy tackle, dude. And I was like, yeah.
And then on the sideline, they had like a Moe's bar, but it was Moe's juice bar, not like Moe's bar.
Like his actual because it is directed towards kids. So
and then what was it? Like fucking Bart came in the game. And then I saw
playing quarterback. So Lisa was Burrow, right?
Yeah, and then I saw someone, I can't remember who it was, but it must have been a Bengals touchdown. Ralph Wiggum scored the touchdown, and someone tweeted, my team just got eliminated from playoff contention because Ralph Wiggum scored a touchdown.
Yeah, that's funny shit, dude. I'm not saying they should do it every game, but I do like that they're kind of like growing the game in that way.
I'm open to them doing that like 3 times a year, honestly.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, dude. 100%. Like it doesn't always have to be the Simpsons, like so you could do other shows and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's too bad. Next Monday is the Vikings and Bears, so they didn't do it that week. But next Monday, we're finally wearing our fucking whiteout winter is coming Game of Thrones jerseys.
I like that teams save that shit for like special things. Like I like when a team will like hold out, like if they have Thanksgiving game, they'll hold out from wearing it until Thanksgiving or like a Monday nighter or something like that. I like that, dude. It's cool.
Because because now it's crazy because now NFL teams can have multiple helmets and shit. Back in the day, you couldn't.
Right. Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, like that was a big thing when fucking when Dallas would wear the throwbacks on Thanksgiving, we didn't have a matching helmet, so like it didn't complete the whole thing. You know what I mean?
The Jets have those black helmets. The Panthers have those black helmets now, and then we're gonna have different helmets for these whiteout Game of Thrones looking jerseys, and then we also have our old school jerseys, which we like. It's cool because like I want one of these like special edition jerseys, but then it's like I don't really want a jersey they only wear once a fucking year. You know what I mean?
Nah, but it is cool as like a collector to have it.
Yeah, because we wear the old school like Chris Carter, Randy Moss ones once or twice a year.
But
we're wearing those winter whiteout ones on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, those are going to be fire. But here's what I was talking about earlier. while we're on the topic of Monday Night Football, if I get this fucking ad out of here. Okay, here we go. So Mr. Burrow might be in some relationship trouble, buddy. SI swimsuit model Vivian Ponton called them at Joe Burrow's home amid dating rumors. So this is her. Good poll, Joe.
I don't see it. I can't
decent fucking poll, buddy.
It's always those fucking Jets girls. It's always those fucking Jets girls causing everybody relationship problems. Like Brett Favre, too. It's always those goddamn Jets girls.
Yeah, true. That Jen Sturger bit.
Yep.
Yeah. So
fuck you, Kate.
Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Liffy Bonton reportedly called in the recent burglary at NFL star Joe Burrow's house amid speculation they're dating. TMZ obtained police report which states that he pulled a 22-year-old. Good for you, dude. Man, you can probably hear the passion in my voice, dude. Ooh, good for you, buddy. Was involved in alerting authorities that Burrow's $7.5 million home near Cincinnati, Ohio, had been broken into Monday night. At the time, the Bengals quarterback, 28, and his team were in the middle of a game against the Dallas Cowboys, which saw the former beat the latter 27-20. And there's his house right there. Nice fucking piece of property, Joe. Man, you're making it hard for me to hate on you, buddy. Let's see. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office wrote in this incident report that Ponton spoke to officers around 8:15. 8:15, the game kicks off at 8:20. The social media influencer reportedly told cops that when she pulled up to Burrow's Anderson Township residence, she noticed a shattered bedroom window and the room ransacked. So she called her mother, Diane, who then phoned the police. In a recording of the call obtained by TMZ, Diane told the dispatcher that Olivia is wondering what she should do, if she should be hiding or if she should be going outside. In a separate call, Ponton reportedly added that someone broke into my house. It's like completely messed up. And there's another picture of her here. Let's see. The police report states that when officers arrived, Ponton told them she's employed by the You're employed by him. Oh, fuck. Employed by the athlete, and then provided a non-detailed itemization of what items are possibly missing from the property. According to Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, the investigation remains ongoing. Burrow and Ponton, who follow each other on Instagram, are rumored to be a couple, and her presence at his house while he was out of town only adds fuel to that fire.
Well, they're rumored to be a couple, but you're saying he already has a girlfriend?
Yeah, so he's been with this one girl since he came into the league.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah, so like I said, dude, good for him, dude. I mean, he has the money to pull it off, dude. I'm not pulling a 22-year-old. Them things are over for me unless this podcast blows up. But good for him, man. Good for him, dude. For real. Okay, let's get into some baseball shit here, man, while we're on the topic of sports. So how do you feel? Like, obviously, I have my own feelings about it, but how do you feel about the Soto deal? You think it's a good deal, or?
I mean, it's a weird deal. It's 15 fucking years. If he will be 41 when that contract's up.
So
he's 56 right now. I don't understand why they do this. Like, I don't know. I didn't go to college to learn about contract signings and shit, but like when they sign these giant contracts, they never fucking play them out because it's like almost impossible to play them out. So like, I don't really like. I remember when the Mariners signed fucking Robinson Cano to 10 years. He was gone like 4 fucking years later.
Dude, that was an awful deal on its own, just because, like, especially for him, like he was one of my favorite Yankees.
Yeah.
All time, dude. Like his swing was perfect for Yankee Stadium. It was just smooth and crisp, and he didn't have the swing for a pitcher's park, dude. Like,
and like I remember, that's when the Mariners were really bottom feeders. Now they're in contention at least most years. And I live in Washington where the Mariners are, and I remember that day. I was still in high school. I think I was a senior when they signed him, and I remember like my teacher being all excited and shit. And I'm like, bro, you guys suck. You have no minor league. Like,
I'll never forget. I was
one position player ain't gonna do nothing for you.
No, and I was working in the shoe department at Sears when that deal came down. I never forget. I'm looking at my phone. I'm just like, the Mariners, the fuck. And it was only like $40 million less than what the Yankees were offered. Dude, you could have had a Hall of Fame career if you just stayed. And that's kind of how I feel about Soto. Is like you could have tied or broken records at Yankee Stadium, buddy.
Yeah,
easily 500 home runs, easily 600. But the thing that trips me out is like the sticking point was over a fucking suite. Because they wanted you to pay for your own suite. Yeah. So, like, obviously, I'm a Yankee fan, so I follow a lot of Yankee insiders and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So, the main sticking point for him was that the Yankees were, because like I'm sure you've seen this, that they offered more than the Mets. They offered $760 for 16 years, right? And he turned it down.
Oh, the Yankees offered Soto that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So the Yankees offered $760 for 16 years.
Yeah.
And his main sticking point for why he didn't take it was because that the Yankees didn't include a suite for his family for free. So the Yankees came back and they're like, listen, bro, Derek Jeter has paid for his suite for his family his entire fucking career. You've been here a year. What makes you think? Well, I mean, if we're making Derek Jeter pay for a fucking suite, come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, you're not that special, dude. And, like, I hope he has a good career, dude. I do. But he's not going to reach the heights that he would have with us. And that's no hate at all. It's just you're playing in a hitter-friendly park, dude.
Yeah.
And plus, you were protected by Judge.
Yeah.
You were batting ahead
now
of
the Mets. Now you're the guy. You're the guy on the Mets. And you don't have as good of a supporting cast.
Yeah.
I mean, they went on a crazy, unexpected playoff run, but it's not gonna happen every year.
That Mets rotation is fucking rough, dude.
The Twins, it's fucking crickets for free agency for the Twins. We let one dude go to the Rockies. He's just a fucking utility man, so it don't even matter. But I hear we might trade Carlos Correa potentially to the Yankees, so which would be funny, which would be ironic and funny. But I'm okay with it because we got other dudes
who are against that, actually,
who play his position just as good, or if not better than him. So.
And like, I'm seeing a lot of Yankees fans being like, "Sign Glaber," and I'm like, "Dude, do you guys realize how awful his fucking defense was last year?" And people are like, "What about his bat?" And I'm like, "Well, dude, a bat can be replaced, dude."
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and cape for a dude who once a week, because of his defense, was giving up 1 to 2 runs a fucking game, dude.
Yeah.
Like, nah, dude. I'm not going to do that. But the Yankees did sign Max Fried today.
Yeah, for that. They got like 6 years, right? 6 years?
6 years, $218 million. I think it was a good deal. They're currently in talks advanced talks, last thing I seen, with getting Christian Walker to play first. Like, it's a really like sad end to a career for Anthony Rizzo. I mean, maybe he'll end up somewhere else, but when we first got him, the first couple of years we had him, he was clutch, dude. He was good, really good. And this year, just not so much.
Speaking of those old Cubs, they all just fell off like crazy. Like, remember Chris Bryant, first couple of years? He was like the fucking thing, and now he's like
he's the man, dude.
On the Rockies, who are the bottom feeders of fucking bottom feeders.
Yeah. They had a couple others today. Kyle Schwarber, which I guess his career hasn't really taken a plummet. Like
Addison Russell.
Who,
he got in trouble, and then he went and played in like Korea or some shit.
Yeah, I always think it's funny when a major leaguer ends up in fucking Korea. Like,
yeah, it's like real life Eastbound and Down.
Kind of, yeah. I think we only got a couple more things to get into, man. So Kylie Kelsey, the wife of Jason Kelsey, came out with a podcast talking about football, and this could be like a Taylor Swift effect kind of thing. Yeah. Because I think that women want to hear about football from another woman. Yeah. They don't want to hear us talking about football.
That's like my friend. He told me like a year ago. He's like, yeah. Now my wife is asking me about the Kansas City Chiefs and shit.
Yeah.
That is definitely like an effect that has been happening.
I think so. I think in order to grow the game, you got to have like a friendly, open door for women, and like me and you, like just the average sports fan, the average football fan, we've grown up with this shit. We know it like the back of our hand, dude.
Absolutely.
So when me and you are talking about football, it comes off a certain way, like we're being like smart asses or something. Like you should already know this, you know what I mean? But that's because me and you have grown up with this since we've been like 6 years old.
Like, yeah, it's like pulling teeth.
Right. So like I think that women need like a gentle entry into the game. Like I'm not against that, but I just think it's wild. This bitch just came out with a podcast and like she overtook Rogan shit, dude.
Really?
Yeah, she's a #1 fucking podcaster right now. Let me see if I can find an article, dude. This shit is crazy, dude. She overtook Rogan shit. So Rogan's #2 right now.
Industry
from her.
Plant.
In a way, yeah, here we go. Kyle Kelsey knocked off Joe Rogan off the top podcast slot. Let me see. I'm posting it up right now. Here we go. Just one episode. One episode, dude. So Kylie Kelsey knocked Joe Rogan off the top podcast slot in just one episode. So it's called Not Gonna Lie. Not Gonna Lie is in its own sort of experience with Jason Kelsey's wife and Eagles. WAG favorite shouts out good child care for making it all possible. But Kylie Kelsey, wife of Jason Kelsey, sister-in-law of Travis Kelsey, mother of 3, and Dunkin' Donuts enthusiast can add another description to that incomplete list. #1 podcast host. So debut of her podcast, Not Gonna Lie, has unseated Joe Rogan from its long-held perch atop the most listened charts on both Apple and Spotify. The inaugural episode featuring It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia's star Caitlin Olsen, which I love her too, as a guest, was published on December 5th, with new episodes planned to drop each Thursday. Well, at least we're not in competition with her, buddy. Though her last name with 2 other successful podcasters share that, blah blah blah. Let's see. So she said, "I don't love to have attention on me." Well, guess what? You just got it. I think it has something to do with the fact that I've always been very tall. Well, shut up. Really? Try to stay quiet.
How do we know if she's tall if she's fucking sitting down like us on a podcast?
Let's see if I can find anything cool here. When I have to do something, I'll schedule childcare. My husband can tell me 72 times that he's going to be in the house. There are times I have to leave, and I'll still schedule childcare. So, you know what this comes off to me like is that I feel like that women. So I think it's part of what I said, to where it's something that helps grow the game a little bit. Plus, she has the Taylor Swift connection. She's in the family, you know. But the other thing is, like, if you're going to talk about being a mom, women are going to flock to your shit, dude. You know, like how she makes this thing work and like all that stuff. If she's going to get into that, she could be a viable contender to keep, maybe not keep #1, but be in the top 5. Sully Max says, getting tired of everyone, getting tired of the last name, Kelsey.
Honestly, I know you're a big Swiftie, but yeah. I'm fucking glad the Eras tour is over.
Me too. Just because
I've been hearing about it for 2 fucking years or something like that. She came to Seattle last summer.
And yeah, dude, this thing stretched like 2.5 years pretty much. I will give her credit for the fact that, like, I don't think, I can't name another artist, male or female, who pulled off what she did with the dates, that, like, the amount of dates and like how long the shows are, and like, you know, like that's an accomplishment, dude.
Yeah.
But no, I totally get it. Unfortunately, for some people, that means that we're gonna have to cheer more on Chiefs games. Actually, before we wrap this up, when it comes to the Chiefs, do you see them making a long run? Because I fucking don't, dude.
I don't. I see them having the basically unstoppable regular season that they're having. But somebody's going to be ready to play come playoff time. I don't know who that is.
Do you think would you go as far as to say one and done, or do you think like championship round, or? Because I can totally see a one and done. I can totally see it.
I can see. I'm gonna say, well, they'll have a bye most likely, right?
Right. Yeah. So they get into the division.
Yeah. So technically, it would be their first round. So yeah, right. I see them one and done. Yeah.
Yeah. Luckiest team in football. I gotta agree. I don't know what the fuck they got going on under that field. I don't know if they're sacrificing children. I don't know if they're chanting Satanist shit. I don't know what's going on, dude.
Burial ground under
something,
Arrowhead,
dude. Because
Arrowhead Stadium or whatever the fuck it's called.
There's been countless examples, like their last 4 games of all. I'm not gonna say it's all luck because you're putting yourself in that situation to have that outcome. I get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, balls clanging off the fucking upright and going in. Missed fucking false start calls, fucking missed field goal, block punts, block kicks. Like, come on, dude. There's something going on here. There's something fucking going on here.
Yeah. Something in the air.
Yeah.
Some sort of cosmic shift.
Yeah. Something not right with
We've never beat them. The Vikings have never beat them. Since they had Mahomes, we've never beat them. And there was even one time where Mahomes
like twice.
What?
How many times have you played him?
Actually, I think we played him maybe 3 times, but one of the times, I think it was 2019, Mahomes missed like a third of the season with him. And Matt Moore was starting in his place, and we still fucking lost to him.
Sometimes it's just the jerseys, dude. Sometimes it's just, we finally beat the Patriots after Tom Brady left. We beat the Bucs with Brady, but up until I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago, or maybe 3. Because I think I was still in the building. I was still in the apartment building when we beat the fucking Patriots. But remember, that was a big deal for me because we haven't beaten them in 20 fucking years. Dude.
That was the same as us. We finally beat them it'd always be close a lot of the time, but I think we finally beat them when they had Mac Jones a couple years ago. Dude, the sandwich for me was. What was a big deal to me was when the Vikings finally beat the fucking Seahawks after 15 years. Yeah. And now we beat them 2 or 3 times. We play them not this week, but next week in Seattle.
Another big deal for me was finally beating the Steelers. So we've done it a couple times, but I remember a few years ago, it was in Pittsburgh. Well, this year was too, but it was a really big deal because number one, that if my team has an AFC rival, it's the Steelers.
Yeah.
And finally I got to experience them do it. And I'm pretty sure we've done it the last 2 times. Silly Mac chimes in with beating the Pats with Mac Jones.
True. Let me have my moment. Okay.
Yeah. Because sometimes
I didn't say it was an accomplishment. I just said it was the first time we beat them was not till after they didn't have Brady anymore.
I want to say that Tom Brady doesn't have a losing record against anybody.
I think his thing was he beat every team, but it took someone till his last year or 2 to finally beat them. But it was something.
Because he played in a different conference or some shit. He was always AFC, then he switched to NFC. So there was a couple teams that he couldn't check off the list until he went NFC.
Because he only played them once every 3-4 years or something.
And then that 1 year with the Deflategate shit, he was out half that year.
Now he was only out a month.
Oh yeah, it was 4 games, right?
Because then Garoppolo started for him. Garoppolo got hurt. And then Jacoby Brissett was starting for him for a couple games.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it was only 4 games.
Yeah, because it was.
It started as a really big suspension, and then they just
they ended up appealing it and then knocked it because it was originally 8 games or some shit. I think.
Yeah, I think it was only only the first month.
Yeah. But still, that decision took forever to fucking get passed down, dude.
It took a whole year.
2.5 year investigation. Come on.
Because it happened after the fucking Super Bowl when they beat the Seahawks. They went to court over it for a year, and then it was the 2017 season when he finally fucking paid his due.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. But let's see. We have another show coming up on Saturday, and then next Tuesday is our Christmas show. We have a lot of guests lined up.
Anyone who wants to be on, can be on. You just have to get a hold of one of us to RSVP remotely.
Right.
The place is too small to actually hold a party, but someday we're gonna have a place like Kai Sinat, so we can have Drewski calling kids fat.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully next year. I don't know.
Yeah, next year we can rent the Christmas Story house on Airbnb.
That'd be a great idea right there. But yes, we have several guests lined up for next week. You guys finally get to meet Hafiz. Quincy's going to pop in. I don't know if he's going to be masked or unmasked for next week. But,
I'm requesting he wears the Super Dragon mask.
All right, I'll pass it along. So we got Quincy, Hafiz. Slim's going to pop in too.
Yeah, James / Sis probably. Yep. I'll try to get some other people.
You guys are going to meet several guests of the show next Tuesday for our Christmas party episode.
Bring your fucking eggnog flavored buzz balls because those do exist. I learned the other day.
They do. Yeah, I'm sure they're pretty fucking good too. But yeah, man. It's been a pretty solid episode. I enjoyed having Monty on with us tonight.
Yeah. We'll drop Monty's Cash App if anybody wants to donate it. I have to look it up. It's like on his Facebook.
Yeah, actually, we'll put that on the ticker for Saturday.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, so stay out of a cell. It's cold out. Unless you're homeless. If you're homeless, you know what? Maybe you should fucking commit a misdemeanor and steal some shit so you can have 3 hots in a cot because it's cold out. Yeah. But if you're civilized like us and you have careers and a place to live and shit, stay out of a fucking cell.
Yeah, and don't end up in a cell. Don't end up in a cell in New York because, like I said, there's no cellmates out here, man.
Yeah, dude, you're just alone. But like shit, I would rather be in a cell by myself than with a fucking serial killer.
True. All right, guys. We'll see you guys on Saturday. Hope you guys had a good time. And like Jack said, stay out of a cell. Peace, y'all.
Yeah, salute like John Cena. The last time is now.
Oh, speaking of John Cena, so there's been some discourse online before we sign out here. There's been some discourse online of whether he should win his last match, and I'm so against that shit, dude.
Winning it?
Yeah, like the custom of wrestling is you fucking put the guy over on your way out.
You pass the torch and you leave your shirt in the ring and you sign off.
Yeah, like I understand that he's John Cena, and I get it. I get what he's given this industry, but I don't think you could even talk John Cena into losing or winning his last match.
Yeah.
He understands the business too much to be like, yeah, I'm going over, dude. Like, no.
He's not Hulk Hogan.
No.
He's not Kevin Nash.
But next month, the John Cena Farewell Tour does begin. So, well, actually February, I think. But
the last time is now.
Yeah. It's going to be a hell of a ride. So, all right, guys. We'll see you on Saturday around noon or something like that.
Around noon. I won't oversleep this time. I promise.
Hey, it ended up working out last week, though.
It worked out great.
Yeah, it did. So if you do, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, we'll see you guys on Saturday, man. Have a good one.
Yeah. Signing off.
Later.